Good morning. Um, so we're in round two now. I'm probably going to be a little bit less chatty than I was last night because I am so tired. We saw Game Over join last night, so I don't think he's joining this round. We saw 1163 join last night, so they are not joining this round. They'll probably go for the final round. So yeah, I think this round will be like mainly 1156 as long as they can max it out. They still have a chance of winning, I guess. Um, yeah, so I'd probably be a little bit quieter because I'm so tired. Um, I'm just gonna hop back to the screen for a second. I want to see the numbers going into this round. Yeah, 1151 is 6, 1156, 32, 1163, 11, and 1170 is 1. So, yeah, we're definitely going to see 1156 max out here. Currently, we've got 1163 with the perfect score. We've got 1156 with 9k already under the belt, which, do you know what? As long as they max out here, they'll be in the lead. So yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, let's go and look. 1163 have still sent 11 players in, so it's mainly just seeing now if they can also pull 9k with the least amount of players. By the looks of it, those players, let's see who we've got in. Yeah, they're not very good players. They're all over the place. Yeah, I think this is going to be an easy round. It's just going to be a lot of watching my buy score points, seeing how quickly he can max out. As long as they're not challenged to the centre, he can start going and taking those little towers. I think like round three is going to be like where the main action is at, which is always going to be fun. I know that 1151 have got some really big plans for round three, so I'm excited to see that. Yeah. If you guys have like any questions or want to say anything, we have the little chat box. I'd love to see who you guys think's gonna win at this point as well. Like that'll be interesting. Is everyone still betting on 1163, or are people shifted back towards 1156? Mumbai has won it previously. He won it first. Um, and then obviously last time we had Mufasa, so he didn't win that, but he is one of the most experienced players on our globe. Yeah, I mean, they're not getting challenged here, are they? Let's have a look at these outer towers. Yeah. I mean, 1151, they've taken one tower. It's likely my buyer will say, nope, not having that. Um, that guy will probably just give up. I mean, 1163 had it easy last night with game over joining late, but they still had that solid 30 minutes of getting absolutely thrashed by him. So my buyer's not going to have that. He's going to have no competition this round. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, 1163 right now. They're in the lead. Perfect score. Um, Honestly, though, I think 1156 definitely have the advantage right now, which most might not see it. But if you look right now, let's have a look at where the points are. Um, 1163, 90 points. I'm gonna go back to the screen actually. Well, give me a second. I think 1156 are gonna win this. Simply for this reason. So without their whale, they had 50 players in. They scored nearly 10k in points. Um, Now the whale is playing for the next two rounds. Then you've got the fact that we've 1163 are now in, but they've only got 19 players. That's without a single whale. Can they score 10k? If they can't score 10k, then 1156 are going to be in the lead. Then you've got going into finals. Now, obviously, everyone knows about Whale Channel. 1163 aren't there. You've got players who have been in that channel for a year now who are friends. Realistically, we all know what's going to happen. Yeah, I hope people put their gold on 1156. Yeah, there's no challenge for it. See these energy sources. I mean, they've taken three. Um, One, two, three. But at the same time, you've got 1156 who are just whacking them like. Yeah, I mean, I think it's very interesting the fact that 1163 have got three whales and not a single one is fighting in this round. I mean, when you look at the older nations, there's a lot more strategy. Um, Younger nations, it's just you've got your whale who just whacks everything and that's job done kind of thing. I don't think we are at the stage yet where we are seeing any real fights. That's for Void, for Global Conquest, for any events. Um, because like I say, 1163 had the advantage. They had. If I go back, in my chat because I posted the statistics. You know, you've got 1163 with what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big cities. and they've only put them into 2 rounds. Whereas 11:56, they know that round that their whale isn't playing, because they do only have the one whale. They know they need to do certain things. Whereas by the looks of it, no one else kind of getting that. Um, I with one C41, one C40, and one C39, you get that C39 in here now, and two C36. Okay, maybe Mabai's gonna go after them, but if they can be avoided and take a few little towers, they need to be earning 10k this round to win. If they don't, then it's gonna definitely be 11:56 for the win. Um, in terms of 11:70, we all know Judge isn't playing this time, which I think's a shame. I think it's a bit of a shame for his alliance, and his nation. Yeah, I mean, global conquest was still, it's just whale v whale, isn't it? Really, at the minute in global conquest, you've got your top 2 to 10, which is kind of a determining factor, but there's not a lot of strategy. It's just who can swing their dick around the most. Um, yeah, there's not a lot of strategy. When I'm watching, for example, a few friends of mine were streaming last night. They streamed their global conquest. I had a little look afterwards, and you've got 150 people showing up from each nation, like are fighting just non-stop. It's strategy, whereas like this, it's just a mess, really. But this is just because of mergers. Obviously there's a lot of speculation about why we're not getting mergers, or what determines a merger. I mean, I just think that there is a serious backlog in terms of it. You shouldn't be in a nation that's a year old, and at a year old, you've got to think, okay, that is the point that a merger should be happening. Yeah, like Camel, yeah, Camel cares about nation spending. I mean, I agree to it to some degree. Um, I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't think that's like the main thing. I think there's a lot of different factors into it. I know, like bots, daily logins. If you look at, for example, um, oh, my mind's gone blank. Okay, right, yeah. For example, if you look at the fact that, global conquest used to happen like literally once or twice a year. When I first started playing this game, which was like 3 years ago, I think I remember there being like, in this span of a year, there only being like one, because of the way the months fell. I genuinely, it's a bit blurry, but it wasn't all the time the way that we are having it right now. Camel, and because of that, there are less mergers, because you can't be merged during global conquest time. Um, Camel, no, they make more money. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick. Thank you though, thank you. Camel, no, they make more money off global conquest than they do mergers. So it's just, it is what it is. Like, we can only complain and do so much. We can only say, let's boycott this, and not everyone's gonna boycott. So what can we do? It's like the new event. It's an absolute mess. The new event. I think I played it last night. It was literally just speed, 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 and then you just think, where's the end to this? They're not lowering the packs of price, like the prices of packs. It's getting to the point where you can't compete in every single event. You're having to pick and choose, and I don't think a game should be like that. If this event, everyone should be able to play it, kind of thing. My throat is killing so bad, and talking so much does not help. I'm just gonna see if we can see the big guy. He doesn't seem to be here, so he's probably jetting around, crushing everyone. Yeah, it really is dying at this point. I mean, I think it's going to be worse for round 3 because that is the most exciting round. So I will try and rest it a little bit. Yeah. I mean, we've got Reaper here. He's the second for 1156. Great player, super strong. But you know, like last night, 1163 were unchallenged. And their whales were just sat in the middle doing absolutely nothing. And I think that's going to give them the disadvantage. You know, you've got here Reaper now. He's banging everyone. Um, and Mabai is probably somewhere on this map doing the exact same. They are not going to let 1163 get 10k this round because they know the game. Um, you know, look, you know, you've got your C35 straight out there. No, you're not having points. This is our map. 1163 had the opportunity. They were untouched. Yeah, I think if Mobile lets them take over 10k, then obviously it's game over. But that isn't going to happen with Mobile. He knows what he's doing, you know. 1163 as well, like, have had 2 whales join it from older nations. Now, I think a lot of that is going to be for the fact. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm so tired. Are they still held up in their old nation? You know, Mabai walked away from his old nation. Are these guys still there? Are they fully invested in 1163? Yeah, it's a difficult one to tell. Let's have a look now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got some really strong players. It's crazy, really, because they started off without a whale, so it's interesting now that they have more whales than anyone else, considering it's a nation without a whale from the get go. But I guess slow and steady wins the race, maybe. Yeah, I do think it's like really crazy that 1156 didn't 1170 I mean didn't play. Um Obviously I think you know, like if you look at the stats that I posted, 1170 were pretty much the weakest nation going into this. But I mean, had Reap gone into this, would it have been a different story? Would there be 4 nations fighting right now? I think so. I don't think Reap would have backed down. Um, I'm surprised 1170 have just kind of threw in the towel. I mean, it's a money scam. They know they're going to be spending a lot of money, um, and they're saving that. But yeah, they would have just been wasting money. But then if you think how much money it cost them just to get to finals, what was the point in that money? It turned out to just be a big waste, you know. That's why I'm surprised they didn't just play for a bit of fun. Because you can still go in and absolutely, I don't know, just beat someone up for the sake of beating someone up. Um, yeah, I mean, look, 1156, 3 alliances that are just going for it. Individual, yeah. Moa Hayes just hitting everyone by the looks of it. I mean, we've got a few 1170, but it's useless without a whale. And a lot of whales are slowing down. A lot of whales are getting really bored now. You know, they're just fighting each other. It's who's got more money. Like I say, they've not got an active team. I think 1151 Game Over said that he had like a solid, I think it was like 20 active players, and that was it. Yeah, they're getting bored. Everyone's sat around just waiting for the mergers, um, hoping and praying. If we're gonna get them, who knows? Probably not. I don't think anyone from our globe, unless it's a private nation, maybe they'll get a merger. I mean, like we have had some nations on our globe merge already, but they were the private Chinese servers. I think one of them had 2 mergers already. Yeah, yeah, exactly. In younger nations, no one's got more than 30 fully playing. Um, oh, I will have to double check, but I know one of the Chinese servers on our nation had got 2 mergers. I speak to a guy off that nation, and I was like, because obviously they're locked, you can't get onto them, but he has my TikTok, and he was talking to me, and he was like, it's an absolute mess there. Um, Apparently they're constantly in civil war. They've been given 2 mergers. That didn't fix the civil war, because if they fully were playing, oh, no one would be winning global conquest apart from that. You know, when you look at older nations, and older global conquests, a lot of them are these locked servers. You know, they don't go hard in void locked servers. They go hard in global conquest. Yeah, too much. It's such a waste. Yeah, they do. They go for global conquest. I mean, void's a void. You know, it's one nation versus one nation, whereas global conquest. You know, it's the whole globe versus each other. It's who's the strongest on this globe. Um, I'd say global conquest is a bigger event in the sense than void. Personally, I prefer global conquest. Simply because of frenzy. Like, I think, like, if void was void every week and we didn't have a frenzy, it'd be a lot more fun. Whereas global conquest, I don't know, there's just that element of superiority. I enjoy global conquest. I used to enjoy it a lot more. I think now that it's just this bullshit. You know, we've had 2 rounds of basically nothing. Um, where's the fun in that? You know, if the last remaining active players on our globe fucked off to the older nations, we probably have a lot more fun. It's just that psychological investment that we've already made here that like holds us back. Like the amount of times that I've just sat there thinking, should I just go back? Should I just go back to the older nations? Should I just do it? And then I'm so invested here. I'm like, oh, but what if I merge? It's sick. It's so sick. Yeah, frenzy is so boring. You know. I really hate frenzy. Yeah. Oh God, my voice. Yeah, I need to rest before finals. Yeah, I mean, and another thing, like, I don't wanna, I don't know, I don't want to say goodbye to my gold playing. You know, I was looking at an account the other day, um, on a really strong nation. They wanted 4K. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And then I actually looked at the city and I'm like, oh, there's no gold plane. And compared to my city, it wasn't, the stats were better than my city because obviously it's 2 years older than my account. But at the same time, if you look at where my account would be in 2 years, it's probably not. So, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, I can't say goodbye to my gold plane. I will sit here miserable for the next year probably over this goddamn gold plane because I realistically, like, people are thinking our mergers are happening now, you know. We're all, most of our globe started around April last year. Some a bit before, some a bit behind, but it was mainly April, so we know we're coming up to nearly 18 months, most of us, on our globe. And people are like, yeah, this is when the mergers happen. Now that's when they used to happen for most people. I think we're going to be waiting another 12 months. I think 2.5 years is where people are at now. Um, so yeah, 2.5 years. You know, some people have been waiting for mergers. It's crazy. I think there should be a set thing where everyone gets a merger after a year because after 12 months, shit just goes sideways, doesn't it? You know? Yes, Enigma, you're so right on that. Frenzy lets all the cockroaches leave their hole with no punishment. Do you know in Void, right? I don't see a single member of my nation on Bubble. There's literally 5 people who fight in Void, and that's it. The rest will not unbubble. They will not fight. They don't even defend. They just sit there in the bubble for a full day. Frenzy, on the other hand, you know, we've won a fair amount of voids at this point. You know, I think we have like a 90% win rate on a void. On a frenzy, we have a 0% win rate, and that's not even being dramatic. Like, I don't think we've ever won a frenzy simply because every person who wants to be a fighter decides they're going to do that on frenzy day, and they just get fucked up because they don't know how to do it. You're going to need that throw when we're buying a game and we face each other. I mean, yeah, I mean, both of them can put my throat to work. Like, I'm excited for finals. Um, yeah, I think that'll definitely be interesting. Yeah, Frenzy is the worst simply because you get all the shit players thinking that they're, you know, the bomb they can fight, and I'm just like, and they don't even try and hide troops, you know, like at the end of the day, come Void, depending on how many troops you have, you don't necessarily need to hide them on an attack because you know it, you're only going to get really hit by the whale. You can set traps. Frenzy, you're getting half points for defense. You know, you need those idiots to be like bubbling up. Yeah, look. Oh my god, we're at an hour in. You know, at this point yesterday, 11:56 had 3k ready in points. Mabai is not letting anyone get another point. You know, that's really interesting. Oh, Farah, that's crazy. A C-26 attacking a C-32 with full fleets. Just sending troops to die to open boxes. Oh my. See, I would zero that. I would genuinely, like, I don't fuck around. Like, I get so angry. I zero them after. I've been in civil war now for pretty much 8 months straight because I am, and it's all because of burnt up rage in frenzy. There are several other reasons that are like, the main reason is frenzy, because every time I will spend hours, I go to sleep, I shit you not, for like 2 hours on a frenzy day. I wake up after 2 hours and we've lost, and I think, you fucking idiots. You absolute fucking idiots. And like, it genuinely, it gets to the point where you're like, do you know what, fuck you all. And at the minute, I'm burning my whole nation. Everyone's been reset, I'll be honest. It's quite funny, and I don't think we're gonna have peace till we actually merge, so that's always fun. Yeah, my nation sucks. Like, part of me is just like, let's sell and just go to an older nation. Um, and I genuinely, like, I asked around to see like what I would kind of get for my account. And I kid you not, I actually got offered £1,000, and I was like, "Are you for real? You're offering me a grand on a 200k account? Like, what the thing is, on my nation, no one's gonna buy. No one from another nation is gonna come in here because they know it's a fucking shit show. Um, no one wants to be king or queen of a fucking of the genuine peasants. And the players here just don't have money. They just don't, Um, for an account like mine to be offering a grand is absolutely crazy. Um, like the city I saw, which wasn't as good as mine, was up for 4k. So in retrospect, like, mine should be worth at least 10. But I'm never ever gonna get 10. So now my bitch ass is stuck here. So I smashed my phone during last void because we lost to a bunch of farmers. Ugh. See that, but to be fair, that farmers do fight better on void because they don't come out of that fucking bubble. We had I think it's 1203 or 1208. It's Ashry's nation anyway that we just had in void, and they lost, and I was surprised because I was also burning my nation during void because I just don't like them. Um, but they still won, to be fair, but that is because a lot of them are farmers. Yeah, I've seen people say that hasn't Ashry left. No, he's still playing. I don't know where this rumor of Ashry leaving is coming from. He was still playing. You know, we had fun. We had a few battles that we set up for Void, which was really fun. Like, I always love testing my city strength, but I was surprised that we won that Void. Yeah, it's all over Global Conquest chat. Like, Ashley left, and I'm like, he did not. But yeah, Ashley's a cool guy. He's really nice. Yeah, look at the scores. So right now we're on the 55th minute. Um, Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. Yeah, he didn't know, guys. I just played with him. Yeah, Mabai knows right now he's got the advantage. He has taken everything, you know. Had these guys scored a bit more going into finals, maybe they'd have had a chance. There's no way, Mabai's set to score to max out faster. At this point, he should be on maybe probably about 17k. He's on 21k already. He knows what he's doing. They're not fucking around. Mabai really said, this is mine, and took the whole thing. I'm just looking now, like, at the little towers, obviously. Oh, they should highlight blue. I think we just had a shift in the towers, so yeah, I mean, 11:51 knew they fucked up. Obviously, I suppose it game over last night because I was like, I texted him when it started and I was like, where the fuck are you? Um, and then like he texted me back afterwards and he was like, it was 4 a.m. So he woke up. I think he woke up late. He was literally running like a zombie. He knows he can't win now. Obviously, I said like he should have realistically gone for 2 and 3. It is what it is, you know. He'll learn for next time. I mean, I was really sad last night. I was literally like in a little state of depression. I was like, oh, this sucks because I really wanted Game Over to win. Like he is genuinely like, I don't know. He just has this aura on him. Like I really like Game Over. He's such a cool guy. Um, so I was a little bit sad last night because I knew the second he joined, like they fucked up kind of thing. Um, but at the same time, going ahead with Mabai, them two going ahead 2 rounds, it would have been difficult. I think that would have secured 11:63 the win. Right now, I think 11:56 have got the advantage. You know, Mabai Game Over. They teamed up round in our first ever global conquest. I don't know if anyone remembers, but it was MC, Game Over, and Mabai going into finals. Now, no one liked MC. MC wasn't in Whale Channel. He was invited in, but he was very rude about coming in. So no one really spoke to MC. And MC, yeah, and Mabai and Game Over ended up teaming up against MC, and everyone knew it was either going to be Mabai who won or it was going to be um, MC who won. So it was between the two big dogs. Obviously, Mabai and Game Over worked together, and it ended up being Mabai in first, Game Over in second, and MC in third because MC was so focused on Mabai, he just kind of forgot about his own nation. And yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I took a break on our second season of Global Conquest because I was so tired of my nation. So I had a small break. So I didn't actually watch the finals last time to know kind of what the shift was. Yeah, MC was so angry. So I made a Global Conquest post saying, and it was like, MC, how big is your Titan? It was literally that. Like, that's what I wrote as a joke. Like, MC, how big is your Titan? That man hit me 4 times a day for like a solid, till he left. So a solid 8 months that man attacked me in the mines non-stop. Um, but he was attacking me in the mines, and then obviously it was like it was just a shit show. But then obviously after Global Conquest, MC knew that Game Over and Mabai had teamed up against him. So MC also was doing it to Game Over. Me and Game Over literally have like, I think this is why I like Game Over so much. We have a trauma bond from the mines. Like genuinely, we got bent over every single day in the mines and we had to hold hands while it was happening. Um, yeah, to be fair, I think that's what did it for MC because he quit recently. And just before he quit, so like he constantly was bullying me in Game Over. Like it was a constant thing. Game Over got very strong because of it. Like he was really like, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna beat you. Yeah, he took revenge on the mines, and I mean like that man was setting alarms just to kick us out. Like it was fucking traumatic. But yeah, Game Over got really, really strong, and it was in an Iron Blood that he went against MC and burned the shit out of his city. And like it was the funniest thing because like we'd been through so much fucking trauma, so like seeing Game Over burn him, I was like, yes. I still have those screenshots, which is really bad. Like I literally have the screenshots saved in my phone of that. Um and it was magical to see. And then within a week, I think MC sold, which is funny. I will have the reports of that. Actually, I should. Let me double check. Let me go in Viber, because I don't. Well, Game Over sent me a picture, but he didn't. I don't know if he sent me the reports. Let's check. Is it here? It's in the other chat, I think. Right, let me scroll through 10,000 picture messages just to try and find the picture of Game Over beating MC up. Let's have a look. Media. Does anyone remember when MC sold? Is it this? No, that's me. Was it 3 months ago? I thought he just sold. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a look. Okay, that's interesting. Right, let's have a look then. There is so many goddamn photos in this chat. Oh no, I kind of want to look myself now. I just want to remind myself. Oh, here it is. Yep, here we are. I found it. Let me just see if there was. Oh yeah, there was a report as well. Yeah, Game Over beat the fucking shit out of him. It was quite funny. Was my timeline close? Yeah, it was in May. So I think the follow. So this was those photos were sent on the 23rd of May to the group chat. So then, about a week later, MC sold, and genuinely, I think it's because MC was bullying the fuck out of Game Over, and when he got it back, I don't think his ego could handle that. And let me get back into this chat. I have to do it off my phone. Here you go. Here is the photos of Game Over beating the fuck out of MC, and it's so sexy. Yeah, there we go. There's some crazy reports. Let's see where we're up to on points. We're on 45 minutes. We are halfway there. Yeah, my boy really said no one else is allowed a single point. I love it. I'm down for it. 11:56. I'm definitely gonna win this. Yeah, that's embarrassing. I think it's more embarrassing, like the fact that like me and Game Over genuinely sat there and worked out how much uranium MC stole off us, and it was ridiculous. Like it was genuinely about 200k in uranium that man took off us. Like he would not hit anyone else apart from us, and it was the most, literally all because I asked him how big his Titan was, and then because Game Over outsmarted him. Like that, if that is not sheer pettiness. I don't know what it is. But yeah, MC got beat the shit out of, and held it against Game Over for months. Yeah, I think a lot of people were happy when MC left. I know that there's a girl from his nation in here. And there used to be a guy as well from his nation. I think the guy quit, and I spoke to him a lot, and he was like, they don't like MC. So I think a fair few people were glad they left. He wasn't a team player. Apparently he wasn't very nice. Yeah, I think he wasn't a dictator in the sense that, no, he was a dictator, but obviously he was never an R5, so he didn't get full opportunity to be a dictator. I know that they had a super alliance for a long time, and MC was in it. He wasn't active though. Hello. Hi, Mother. Hey. I hope you're having fun taking all the points. I think we've all just discussed the fact that, you've won it now. No one else is going to be able to go against you. So 1156 have officially won it. You look at last round, 1156 scored 10k points. Yeah, round 3, yeah, because you're going to have max points. You also have your extra 10k. That 1163, I mean, you didn't let them have it. They were on 300 goddamn points. Yeah, I think round 3 is going to be, like, the most fun. I think, you've got C41, C40, C39, 2 C36s going in. And going ahead against 2 C41s, I think that's going to be really fun to watch. I mean, I can't wait to watch you beat the absolute shit out of everyone. We've pretty much had 2 really boring global conquest rounds in a way. Like, you've had there's been no challenge for you. You've come in, you've took everything, and no one else is allowed to play in the sandbox. I love to, but can't control my teammates. Yeah, Mabai. I'm sure Mabai's. It's all Mabai's team, guys. Like, I'm sure he wants peace and love and to share, but it's all his alliance. Oh, I'm glad. At least we know who's gonna win it. It's exciting. I mean, it's Global Conquest Final, and my boys in here in the chat just like it's nothing, in an old nation, you could never do that. You'd have to be there. That's how relaxed my boy is right now. He's taking a break from it midway through. Literally, like, I think that's the funniest thing. I mean, that shows it all, doesn't it, really, My boy really said, this shit too easy, and went through a break. Let's have a look how many numbers we've got. Yeah, his teammates play a bit now. Round 2 is warm-up rounds. I mean, round 2 seems just like a walk in the park, really. It'll be interesting to see this. Okay, yeah, we've got 62 from 1156, 24 from 1151, 28 from 1163, 1170 got 19. It's so interesting as well, when you actually look at it. So last night, 1156, even though their whale wasn't there, they still had 50 players participating. When you look at 1163 and 1151, when their whale isn't there, it's half participation. Um, and that shows a lot, and that is a really big determinant factor. Like, I think it'll be interesting to see if anyone else joins 1156. I don't know if Mabai started recruiting other whales or if he started promoting to get people to 1156. I think if he did, like, he'd have a shot next round. I know 1163 are probably going to be stronger next Global Conquest, so it'll definitely be harder. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Because 1156 have got a really good backbone to be like, get over here now. There's already a lot of active players. We have a lot of participation because I am not a dictator. That is true, my bear. You are a very nice whale. I mean, you absolutely terrify me, but you are a very, like, you're very quiet. You're sweet. You're very sweet, my bear. Hey, I will give you that. How is it going with 1189Q? Oh, that would be interesting. So last night I checked, J 1217, like J and Q have this whole feud going on. I checked last night. J was winning in terms of points. Yeah. Mabba, hey, are you scared of me? I think he is. He just doesn't like to admit it. Um, yeah, Q and J. So last night I looked and J was winning on points. I don't think Q played that round though. I think J finished with 37,000. Q's nation finished with 11,000. I mean, I give me a second. I'll look in and I'll check now. Where they're up to. I know though. No need to be scared. I'm just friendly. Me and Mavahe were talking the other day about if our nations merge and because obviously we're in civil war, I'd put Mavahe in a bubble. I'd make him so scared. Let's have a look. Global Conquest. Oh shit. Holy fuck. Right, so everyone hates Q. So 1196, 1217, and 1208 all teamed up against him. So they had an agreement going in to beat the shit out of Q. Now, I checked last night, and I assumed that Q hadn't gone in because they only scored 11k and J has scored a lot more. I'm looking at the scores now. Right now, 1217 are winning with 20k, which means that Q's definitely not in there. So Q definitely played last night's round. Oh shit, yeah, they must have got the shit beaten out of them. I know that Brucey, because it was like a whole debate, because I said that Wales cancel each other out in a sense, you know, like had 1208 and had 1196 not gone after him, he would have won just because he's got the stronger 2 to 10. But the fact that he's pissed everyone off, he really, really screwed. I'll show everyone the rankings now, actually. Post them in the chat. Did that sand white? Oh. I don't know why it's not sending through. Here we go. There we go. It's sending now. So, obviously this is the other section of our globe. This is round 2, the first picture. So currently 1217 have scored 90k. Q doesn't play round 2, which means yeah, Yeah, I mean, I think if Q loses that, he's going to actually have a mental breakdown. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, it shows that Wales really cancel each other out because Q can't fight two C41s, it seems. That's interesting. God, my throat is killing. Yeah, we got 33 minutes left. 11:56 are already at 40k. I think Q played first round. I think Q went in and got his ass kicked by the looks of it. Because they scored more first round. When I was there, Q always did play round one. Um, and they did score more in that round. So I'm assuming that Q got targeted. Don't forget, like, Q has pissed everyone off. Um, I know, like, I speak to Brucey, and he pretty much confirmed it, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit sad. Like, Q can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, he's very confident. We'll use the word confident. He's very, very confident. I like him sometimes. I mean, at the minute we're fighting, but on the whole, I do like Q. I think he's got he is a little bit of a dictator. It's his way or no way. He does think he is always right. He's very confident, which could be mistaken for arrogance in the fact that he will point blank sit there and say, I am better than you. Um, yeah. I mean, yeah, it is very much that way with Q, but I like him. He's got like, he's, he does have a little bit of charm to him. He's funny to watch, you know. Yeah, you know, I do like him to an extent. Like, we are friends. He pisses me off a lot of the time, but at the end of the day, like, if you what friends don't annoy you from time to time, it is what it is. As long as you get over it eventually. Um, I don't like how people treat Q. Like, I think Q gets targeted because he is the strongest, but at the same time, like, he doesn't help that with his personality. He really doesn't. Like, if he remained silent, this wouldn't be happening. But he likes to talk a lot. And coming from the queen of literally talking, I get it. Like, I talk a lot too, but I don't know. I don't like that everyone's picking on Q. I don't like that. I mean, a lot of stuff was posted this global conquest about him, a lot of private stuff. I think it was disgusting. Um, I did want Q to win, um, until the other day because we started fighting and I was like, oh, I hope they win. But no, I'm a bit sad that he isn't winning, kind of thing. He can be very nice, just people don't get to see that side of him. Oh, your sister took your phone. And we were just saying that Q's currently losing. And Enigma was saying like Q can be where are you in the mines? Enigma, don't you worry about where I am in the mines. You don't need to worry about me and my uranium. Please don't take it. Jesus, buy me some nuggies first. Like, why is everyone got to take my uranium? I still need 600k to get to C39. It's so disgusting. Like, spare change, anyone? Spare change. Yeah, my buy's nearly maxed out on points over here. He really said fuck you to everyone else. I love it. I'm down for it. I mean, if Mabai really wanted to be nice, he could let 1151 take stuff now. Once he maxes, will he do that? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's good to see this. I'm glad that 1156 maxed out. They're definitely in the lead. They're definitely going to go for the win. I no, by the looks of it, I don't think Q can win finals. Let's have a look at the maths on that. So 135 is where you need to be at. You've got 20 here, and it's still ongoing, so they'll score more. 35, so 100. So I mean, 12-17 have still potentially got 80k to grasp under them, but in terms of, let's have a look. So 20 plus, so this the 55k at current that 12-17 have. 11-89 currently are on 15,000 points. So if 55, I mean potentially 11-89 could win if, for example, right now 12-17 don't score another single point, and then 11-89 max out on final round. Is that going to happen? No. I think 11-89 just lost this. I'm not surprised, to be honest. Like I don't know. I don't think Q's going to watch the stream, and I don't think anyone from Q's Nation is going to watch the stream. But obviously when I was there, it was a nightmare for me. You know, you've got people that can't time attack. You've got people that literally can't work as a team. They can't function without him. And it was really bad. Like, you know, I logged into one event where he wasn't at, and I was just like, they were running around like headless chickens. And I was like, what are you doing? Get a grip. And it was so annoying. Like, it's literally why I left. Like, I knew they were going to lose. I told Q multiple times that people are going to team up on you. I told him that he needed to help Boss, because obviously Boss is friends with me. And I'd already spoke to Boss, and I was like, are you going to help Q? And Boss agreed that he would help Q. So I told Q that he needs to ensure that Boss goes through to finals. Q didn't listen. I told Q that people are going to gang up on you and you're not going to be able to fight them. He literally didn't listen, and I cannot wait to text that man, I told you so. Because I really did tell him. I told him so many times, and it's why I left, because I was like, this is going to be embarrassing. Yeah, his ego is crazy. Like, I mean, I'm an experienced player. I've been playing for 3 years. I knew he was never going to be able to fight that off. There's no way. You know, when you've got 2 nations, we did it in 1032 with 1009. You know, yeah, I genuinely, I'm going to text him in a minute and be like, I told you so. I told you so. Because I did. In fact, I'm going to screenshot every time I told him that they are going to work against him. And then I'm going to be like, and then I'm going to send them. And then I'm going to be like, I told you so. Because I did. I warned him. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I've seen it before in other places. You can't beat that. You know, if everyone's constantly pushing you out, you're never going to get that break. You're never going to be able to score those points. You know, you have to hold the tower for at least a minute before scoring a point on it. Enigma, unless you're bringing me flowers and chicken nuggets, do not come near me in the mines, okay? I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby. Let's have a look where we're at in terms of players. Oh, they're nice attacks. Stay away from me in the mines. I don't even know where I don't even think I'm in the mines, actually, because I just woke up. Um, literally, because I was streaming so late last night, I fell asleep. I literally have just woke up. I've not even brushed like my hair. I woke up and pretty much went straight to streaming again. I'm so tired. Usually I get kicked out of the mines overnight. Yep, I did. I got Zinc stole my mine. And ET, I'm pretty sure he's in here somewhere. He took my mine as well. Yeah, I wasn't even in the mines. I'm gonna go in now. But I'm gonna have a 4-hour bubble. Yeah, I'm not in the mines. Yeah, ET really great. I love his photo. His photo is the funniest thing. Like, I always like go for an attack just because of the photo. Enigma's C40 now? C40 now, aren't you? Or you're C39 going to C40? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he's C40. 100 uranium away from C40. It's crazy. Yeah, my buy's just you just stay away from me and them mines, okay? I'm poor, okay? Still need 600k for C39, and I look at that every day and just cry. Welp. Yeah, my buy's just maxed out on points. Let's have a look. Yeah, 9.2. I think the max I can get is like 8.3. Maybe 8.7 because of Aeon when I have that bitch on. What's your Aeon skill like, Enigma? I wanted to ask because mine is like fully maxed on my Aeon. So maybe I can still beat you with that. I need to test that. Show us, show us, show us. Let's go back into this. So 20 minutes left. 11:56 have maxed out. Are they gonna let anyone take anything, or are they gonna hold everything? Yeah, Mama Hay really said no points for you guys. I love it. Um, we're looking at these open mines, these open energy sources. I mean, as an old player, I know exactly what's just happened. Someone was in it, Mama Hay or someone else has probably knocked them out of it. Um, it's brilliant. It's great. I mean, for a global conquest final to be maxing out in an hour and 10 minutes is crazy. Like, no one should be able to max out. Um, Even like if you look at Q's part of the globe, because obviously our globe is split in three. You've got Mufasa's bit, you've got our bit, and then you've got Q's bit. I don't know. I've not spoke to Ledzoro about his global conquest yet. I'll give him a text later, and I will fill everyone in on terms of what's happening on that part of the globe. But in terms of like our section of the globe, it's dead. Like, we have the worst section. Like, Q's section, they're all fighting, they're all active. When you actually look at our section, I think we have like one of the worst sections of the globe. It's crazy. It's just not very active. Let's have a look. If I go back, I should be able to get that main screen up, I think. Like the original screen.
This.
No, it's not there. Rank, preliminaries. Yeah, like if you look at this, yeah, I don't know. We seem to have like some dead nations, like, because even like the strongest aren't that active. You've got 1156, like well known. 1170, 1163, 1151, 1154, which is Reaper, 1176, which is Steve and Elon, 1152, I know Raikai is there. Is that Raikai's nation? I don't think that is that. I don't know if that's Raikai actually. I can't remember what nation he is. I just know that there's one guy on this nation that constantly steals my uranium and makes me cry. 1164, which used to be who was it? Oh, my mind went blank for it. G5. So I don't know if G5 still plays there, but he's been very quiet. He's very strong, but doesn't seem to have that lasting impression. 1162. I think 1162 is Raikai actually. 1152. I'm not sure who's on that nation. 1148. I'm pretty sure that is our closed nation. I'm pretty sure it's 1158 that I've already had 2 mergers. 1157, which is Ricky's nation. 1166, no idea. 1153, that is Al's nation, and he's so shit. We played them in a void. He wouldn't come out of the bubble against me. It was quite funny. 1172, we don't know. 1160, which is MC/Tyson. I mean, there's not a lot going on in our nation. 1179, which is Mario and Happy, and I love them. They're amazing. Yeah, in our section of the globe, it's just a little bit shit. Like, there's not a lot of active players in this section. So I think when it comes to mergers for our globe, our section will probably be first. Yeah, that's interesting. It's just who gets that first merger, really. Yeah, let's see where we're at to points, by the looks of it, Mabahay is really not letting anyone have another point. These guys they've not increased. Let's enter. Yeah, 56, 56, 56, 56, 56. What's a strong C20? I mean, technically, a C20 is strong for like a day in some nations, but God, I miss like the grind for C20 when you're just starting out. I genuinely miss that. Yeah, 1156 literally, by the looks of it, took everything. Yeah, they did. They literally control everything. That's so hot. Yeah, having a grind for RSS. Like, at the minute, I have enough like resources to fully max out. Like, I can't physically put any more in my city, so the cap is 4 billion for resources. I'm already at that. Because I was trying to open all my boxes and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see how much I've got. Like, I want to see that, and I didn't realize it can cap off. So I'm fully capped, and then with what's left in my bag, I can fully cap again twice. Oh, it's okay. Enjoy your dinner, my boy, and I'm so glad you've won. Yeah, I was really sad last night when I thought one of you guys weren't gonna win, but congratulations. I can't not like we're all super excited to see you in the finals. Good luck, and thanks for joining, Mother. Hey, it's nice to have you in here talking. Uh, Yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to round three. Like, that's the most exciting bit. Yeah, Maba, hey, I hope you're having steak to celebrate tonight, you know. Yeah, I'm very excited for round three. I think, like, that's like, oh, where all the big guns are going to come out. Round three. In fact, I'm not going to post this till after um Global Conquest is completely finished. I already know what's going to happen in round three. Game Over is going to target 1163. Mabai is going to target 1163 to make sure that they don't have the win. And that's what's going to happen. And Mabai is going to win. And I'm so excited. Um, that basically sums up round three. I mean, I still think it's going to be fun to watch. Like, watching Mabai and Game Over just constantly, relentlessly burning everyone. Yeah, it's going to be a very big dick fight. I mean, it's a shame, like, we can't physically take our cities in just to, like, watch. Like, I want to get, I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube, actually. um, oh, my throat is killing. I think it's going to be so bad in round three. I'm definitely excited because no one can count a Game Over. Like, I went against him, I could count. I can count a Game Over, but no one on our globe is good at countering him. Like, the way he fights is very, like, considering he's the newest player. Like, when you look at the stats that I shared, I did share the information about background on the Wales. Mabahate, old player. Judge, old player. 1163 have old players. And Game Over is the only one that's a little noob. And he fights the best. Like, that man is... not many can counter him unless, like, you're a really strong old player. I think Mabai can probably counter him to some extent, but it's hard. I know what I'm doing with him in the sense that when I went against him, but to be fair, when I went against him, I was taken back a bit because, like, normally it's a walk in the park. Like, there's only, like, a few that I would know that I need to be careful on, and everyone else I just walk all over. Raikai is an upcoming threat. Yeah, I mean, ooh, there's a little baby fight here. 1151 tried to take a tower. Yeah, Raikai grew rapidly. And, like, obviously, Enigma, you're with him. You're C40 coming up. If you can push C41, you've got two C41s there. That's definitely interesting. Like, if you're looking at, like, some of the bigger whales on our globe, like Game Over, Mother Hay, who else have we got? MC, you know, the big names on our globe, they don't have that second strong player. Really? Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, like, they don't have that second strong player. Like, they have a decent second player, but not in a way that other nations have. Like, Raikai's got a C41. You're coming up nearly to C41. I think, let me just double check on that stat for you guys. I'm pretty sure Mabahay's second right now is... Oh, there is a lot of chat in this that I have to scroll through. Yeah, let me look. Like, so Mabahay's next guy is C36. Judges C36. You know, you've got Game Over with Ragnar, who's C38, but he's like me. Like, Ragnar won't spend on uranium. Like, neither do I. It's ridiculous. So he's not getting to C40, C41 quickly. Then you've got 1163 who are grinding more whales out, you know. It's one C41, one C40, 139. You've got, like, Raikai's Nation with you, Enigma. You're coming up to C40. You'll be going C41. You know, the big boys of our like the big boys of our globe are gonna kind of get pushed out a bit because you have got more of these nations now that are growing in a more, they're growing multiple players than one. And I think that's like done on purpose. Like when you actually look at it, so a lot of these nations solely rely on their whale. Um, like Mabahe's nation, they think they can win it all because they've got Mabahe. But when you look at like Raikai's nation, they didn't have a whale. Like Raikai didn't start whaling for a long time, so they had to learn to fight on their own. Like I will always say that a nation without a whale will eventually, as long as they have a decent spender amount of spenders. They don't have to be super whales, but they'll always grow stronger. Like 1163, I played that nation. We didn't have a whale. Everyone grew strong. Everyone learned tactics. It was fine. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm telling you, Raikai is an upcoming threat. Yeah, Raikai just beat Q. What did he beat Q on? Was it Ironblood? And now he's targeting Mufasa. Yeah, yeah, like you guys have got what? A C41 and two C40s, It's crazy. You guys are gonna go really strong. How did you guys do in Global Conquest? You did, like, I'm surprised you didn't get further and like maybe I think like next one, it depends how fast Cam will bring it around. Logically, Cam will technically should be having, if it was like back in the old days, there was like normally a 3 month break in between. I think Raikai doesn't always participate. Yeah, you need your whale. You need your number one kind of active. If they're not, like, I know that a lot of whales will share their city. Like, who does it? Like Mufasa, for example. Mufasa has Simba. So when Mufasa doesn't play, Simba plays on the city so that it's never wasted. What are Raikai's stats at the minute as well? I'd be curious to know. I'm scared to go hit him in the mine though, in case he starts beating me up afterwards for it. Yeah, super strong. I mean, a lot of the other nations are really starting to like pump out more whales, but because they're not as well known as like the big boys, yeah, it'll be interesting. Oh wow. Yeah, he sounds like a force. It's as long as he can make himself active when needed, or if he potentially gives one of you access to his city so that you can maximize for your nation. But I feel Global Conquest next season will be pretty much similar in the sense that we will still see the same names. It'll still be the same kind of alliances going through to finals. In terms of the following Global Conquest, so we're talking what, probably like 6 to 8 months from now. Do I think that these our big whale nations are gonna be there? No, I feel like a lot of other nations are gonna take over. Um, yeah, it's if you can get Raikai there. Where's Raikai from? Like, is he an Asian player? I thought he was Korean. Oh, he's Japanese. Interesting. Okay. Okay. He used to have a Japanese whale, but he didn't like me very much, which was sad. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. So they play together that way. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, it's just getting them on then at the same time, like making sure they're there. If you can do that, you'll be sweet. How are they like? How is your alliance like? No, I don't think we're gonna have mergers this merge. It's not our globe's turn. Um, I think next global conquest we're gonna look at a similar pattern again. Um, and then the following one after that. So not next global conquest, the one after. That's when we're gonna see the biggest difference. Um, but in terms of like mergers, I don't think any of us are getting the merger. I mean, I'm praying we do. Like, I'm literally like praying, like, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, it's letting your smaller cities grow. I mean, to some extent, you don't want to have, like, for example, like on my nation where you've got C-28s with 2 million troops. No one needs that, but it's getting them, it's pushing them. Um, how many guys have you got active Enigma, would you say, that are like participating in voids, constantly ranking? Like, how many guys have you got for your nation? That'll be interesting. I would like to hear. Because if Enigma's got maybe, I don't know, like 20 active players, you potentially are gonna send waves, especially once you get your merger. You need that merger for your gold player. I really need a merger. Like, I'm so desperate for a merger. I'm literally willing to sell my kidney to Camel for my merger. Like, I'd give a kidney at this point because it's so boring on my nation. I'm literally sat with like 5 people that have had enough of the nation as well. And we're just sat there, and every day I just beat the shit out of everyone. And it's boring. It's boring. Like, ooh, exposing the deets. I'm so hungry. I've not had breakfast, and now it's like literally lunchtime. Ooh, let's have a look. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, like global conquest, triangle, polar. Okay, that's interesting. Fleet wars, iron blood. Hmm. Yeah, you've got a solid 5 here, haven't you? With over 100 mil. Wasteland. I don't know how the points work yet for that, but I'm assuming it's similar to Polar. Global Conquest is like the most interesting one to me because we don't see how Raikay on Habiki. Habiki. Um, I don't know why. Oh, round 2 is officially over. So let's just quickly look at the current rankings for overall. What will you have for breakfast? Probably scrambled eggs. Like, I have a crazy obsession with eggs at the minute. Like, scrambled egg on toast is what I'm gonna be having. Um, We average about 30 players in an event. That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think once mergers start, that's when we're gonna see some great gameplay. Let's have a look. Global conquest rank. Yeah, I mean, you can see it here now already. 11:56 straight up with a 9k lead. If you give me a second, I will get up Q's Nation. In fact, I won't get up Q's Nation. I'll post it afterwards for you guys, just simply because my phone's dead and my charger is on the other side of my bedroom. Um, yeah, I definitely think like we're gonna get some more interesting people in the mix. You know, there are a lot of people growing now, and like I know because they all hit me in the mines. Like I used to be unstoppable. The only person that used to be able to bend me over in the mine was MC, and now it's like every day someone else is like hitting me, and I'm like, oh for fuck's sake, leave me alone. And I was never even bad. Like I wasn't a mine tyrant. I never like went after anyone in the mines. In fact, I used to forget to attack people in the mines. So I don't like the fact that everyone's beating me up now. It's not fun. Um, yeah, scrambled egg is genuinely so good. Yeah, leave my uranium. Like, I don't want to share it. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for communicating. It's been fun. I think we're all excited for round 3. I'll be streaming that as well. So I'm gonna get off because I am gonna probably get something to eat and have a little nap. You're getting targeted by Spartan. I don't like Spartan. I don't like some of the 1163 players for personal reasons. Yeah. Okay, right. I'm gonna get off. Yeah, thanks for watching.